Oi there, lads and lassies. Welcome back to another episode of the Blindest Podcast. We're here. I am not alone. Once again, like in my previous episode, I had Emily and Rick in the last episode. And now I have my friend, the lovely Amina. How are you, Amina?
I'm good. How are you today?
Good. Now, I'm just going to put it out there because you're nervous. I'm super nervous. So, and it's weird. I was just telling Emily how I don't know why I feel nervous. I do this a bunch of times. I do it with so many people, but I haven't had a guest in a long time. So I feel really nervous.
I'm the same.
And then she's like, if it makes you feel better, she's probably more nervous than you because this is her first time doing it. But all we're doing is just forget that there's cameras. All we're doing is having a conversation. That's all we're doing. So I don't even look at the people. I don't even look at the cameras. I just look at my guest. The only time I look at the camera is if I want to say something directly to them.
To the camera,
yeah. Other than that, I have a just normal conversation with you, and the reason I was telling you, like we already started, and you didn't even notice. We already started. So the reason that I told Emily I really wanted you on my podcast is because this is like my second or third time where we really sat, because you hung out with us last time, remember?
Yeah.
And it was the first time I really got to know your personality, and I like that you're very open. You're outspoken. You speak your mind, and you don't care what anybody thinks.
That's the thing, because I don't notice it.
Yeah,
that's how I grew up in my my culture. You just speak what you say, and there's no filtering. And I'm not gonna worry what you think. And the same way, you're not gonna worry what I'm gonna think.
Yeah.
So you're gonna speak, and be like, okay, that's me.
Yeah. That's it, and that's what I love. That's what I love about you.
Well, thank you.
And it's awesome because even Emily's like, I'm worried about you two because both of you guys say what you think and you guys don't care about what other people think. But I'm like, no, that's what gets good conversation,
Conversation, yeah.
without being ignorant. Like, I'm not going to be like, no, you're wrong. No, I like to see other people's point of view. And the way I wanted to start this video is because I am super fascinated in geography. I love geography. So when I found out you were from Africa, I was like, I want to know everything. I want to know what life is like in Africa. I want to know. I love geography. I wish I could travel the world, but I haven't done that yet. But I just want to know, what was life like in Africa? Like, what is it like? Just tell me a little bit about Africa.
Africa, that's big continent.
Yeah,
it's big. But I grew up country in Africa, Somalia, and with my family, and I grew up born and raised there, but I left when I was 17. Not 17 actually, sorry, 15. And I was already an adult. So when you're that age, you're considered to be an adult.
Not 18? Not like here in the United States?
When you're 15, you're ready to be a mother or the father.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So what I always tell my friends, I'm like, listen, we only used to listen BBC. No TV, no toys, no nothing. So you tell me like, oh, Amina, like, have you seen this show, or have you listened to this rap? Or I'm like, girl, no. All I know is BBC.
Yeah. And what's BBC?
BBC is honestly, I don't know. It's like a news, like ABC.
Like
news.
Okay.
So it's something like Africa. Listen to most country in Africa and Europe. So you can look it up. It's, they speak English too, so it's like really big. What you call network.
Oh, is it like radio? Do you listen? You listen to it?
You listen to it.
Oh,
and they just tell you little what's going on. The whole world what's going on. So probably I know more America than I know. Because I live in like foreign country. So that's the only thing I would ever listen to. And the first time I ever saw TV was probably 2009. And yeah.
How old were you?
2009, I was probably 14.
So it was the first time you saw an actual
TV. And that was not even our TV. That was the neighbor's TV.
Oh, wow.
And so that we will all go over and watch some kind of series.
Yeah.
It's funny. My first TV show I ever seen was, I think it was Hispanic. I don't want to say Hispanic. William Levy.
Oh, William Levy.
One of his one of his series.
Like a novella.
Yeah. So that was the first time.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was English. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god. huge crush on him.
Yeah. Wait. So was the show in Spanish or in English?
English.
Oh, it was in English. So it was
It was
probably like
English.
a movie. It was probably
Yeah.
something else.
Well, they translate. There was like
Oh,
any
okay.
they do a lot of movies.
Uh-huh.
They like
Yeah.
translate,
Uh-huh.
not translate like subtitle,
Uh-huh.
but they make them look like they speak in English.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
solid English.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's a really nice thing.
Oh, and where were you when you saw where was this?
This is Uganda. I was staying. So we left Somalia.
Oh, you were still over there. You weren't. I thought you were here already.
In America. No,
No.
I came to America 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So this is back 2009, and we were living in Uganda, waiting for process to come to the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was already here before us. He came different process, and I mean, it was a process, and it took 2 years and a half, I guess, for us to come here.
Do you still have family?
My mom and my siblings still live there.
All of them?
Not all of them. So my biological siblings are here. Like when I say biological, mom and dad.
Yeah.
Same with mom and dad are here in America, not California. But my mom, she remarried, so she has 3 kids.
Oh, okay.
And her husband, they live in Africa.
Oh.
So yeah.
Wait, did she move back to Africa?
No, she never came.
Oh, she never came.
No.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So, and then what would you like back when you lived in Africa? Somalia, right?
Somalia.
Where is that? Is that southern?
That is east.
East.
It's like the
towards Middle East? No. It's the other way.
The other way.
Okay.
So it's oh my god, it's I don't know. It's like the corner of, they call it the Horn of Africa.
Yeah.
It's like Maine. If you know where Maine is in the United States, it's exactly that's where it is.
Oh, okay.
It's like right in that cliff.
And did you live like is there beaches there?
Yeah, we have the whole Indian Ocean, they call it. We have that, and no, because we have beaches, but I never actually dipped. I don't think a feet.
Like you never went in? Why?
No, because we have this culture. Girls are not allowed to go to the beaches or stuff like that.
Really?
And it's a culture plus we call they're Muslim, so the whole country is Muslim.
Oh, okay.
And so girls are not really outside. They probably inside cooking and cleaning mostly. So it's very they're very religious, and the culture is very strong.
Did you have to cover yourself or
yes.
no?
Yes, I was fully covered until here in America, probably 2016. I was covering my hair and fully practicing my religion. That's when I slowly start like not covering. I mean, I still do some part-time studying my religion, but I'm not fully where would my mom want me to be.
Yeah. So is she like, oh my god?
Oh no! If I tell her I don't cover my hair, practice, she probably would never talk to me. The religion comes first.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. And how did you feel like? What made you think like I don't want to cover my hair anymore?
The thing is, when you put me in this, like you say, I'm outspoken. When you put me and say like, the culture and the religion is one thing, and I know it's not a one thing.
Yeah.
I can still study my religion
if
I want to. But if I want to cover my hair and all that stuff, is it for the culture? Is it for the religion? It comes to a question. I'm keep questioning. And I have to choose, am I covering for my mom, my dad, for the culture? Am I covering for the religion? And yes, I was doing for both. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do me. And, you know, dressed up the way I want. I don't want to live a lie, you know. Technically right now I feel like I am kind of living a lie because my mom does not fully know how I live.
Oh, okay.
But that's for her own protection. I just don't want a relationship to drift. So that's how it is. So.
Oh, that is crazy. Yeah, I get what you're saying to a certain extent, because I know sometimes like I'm not religious, but like I believe in God. Like I believe in it, but you know how sometimes they tell you like, oh, well, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. But sometimes, for my opinion, I'll be like, no, all I need to know is that I have my relationship with God.
With God.
Yeah, no one else. Just because you tell me I have to do this doesn't mean anything, you know. I know what I'm doing with God. Excuse me. I know that I pray, you know, and stuff like that. I don't need to do this to show that I believe in God.
True. You know? And that's how I, like, you know, I would tell my family, people that study same thing, and they'll be like, well, if you don't trust your mom, or your dad, or your culture, if you don't respect, then you have no religion. And I'm like, what does religion mean to you?
Yeah.
Is a religion mean to you believe your family and all that, and you have to make sure you follow what the culture say. what you call, the religion doesn't say a girl should be married age 15.
Yeah.
It does not say that.
Yeah.
And in the culture, it says that a girl should be married with kids and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I have to choose one. I say, Mom, I don't want to be married, and of course my family understand that. Like, okay, you're the only daughter, pretty much, so we're gonna do whatever you want. But at the same time, it become a pressure. I'm like, you know what, I can't keep doing this. I have to choose me. So, yeah. So that's how.
So you have only brothers?
From biologically, yeah.
Yeah. How many?
I have mom and dad. 4, I think three brothers. Then I have a half brother from my dad's side.
Okay.
And I have 2 half brothers and a half sister from my mom's side.
Okay. So what was it like growing up with only brothers? Because I grew up with only sisters. So what was it like?
Opposite.
Yeah. What's it like growing up with only brothers? Was it
what you call it? Freedom? I will call that. I don't have to fight for anything. Like when it comes to clothes or when it comes to like having my own bed or all that stuff. Even though my whole family, my mom, my brothers, my dad all grew up in one bedroom. Like we only grew up with like king bed and what you call and a few mattresses in one bed in one bedroom. So it's still like I feel like when people say, "Oh, my little sister did this to me," and did this to me, and I'm glad, like, you know.
Yeah.
And until this day, I can get along with guys, then I can get along with
more.
girls.
So you get along better with guys.
Yes, Emily was my first girlfriend I ever had. Like when it comes to a friend, like who is a female.
Yeah.
My mom would be like, "You're never gonna get along with a girl." And I mean, she is who she is. So
Yeah.
She's a tough cookie.
Do you like sports? Or
sports? So when it comes to nation of like when it comes to Somalia or when it comes to Africa or Europe, actually the one sports that we care about is soccer.
Football.
So I grew up football. Yeah. So we grew up. We call tossing pretty much we call soccer or football, and that's one big thing I really care about.
So you like football?
Oh, I love.
Because
not American football.
Yeah, no, me too. Because all this board right here, it's all football stuff. It's because it's from.
Oh, I see Liverpool.
Yeah, no. It's
I can't tell.
It's from. I know my writing's bad, but it's because I recently got into like sports betting.
Okay.
So this is all the German league, which is the only league that's back up right now.
Yeah.
So that's where I do all my stuff.
So who's your team?
If I had to choose a team, my favorite team of all time is Barcelona. Oh, you love Barcelona too? Yeah. So I love Barcelona, and I was asking because I mean you grew up with only brothers, so your brothers all love football.
Until this day, they one of the oldest one, the boys, he's in actually a soccer team in Minneapolis.
Oh.
And he plays for the state of Minnesota. So.
Oh no
like,
way!
They all love like football. Like
yeah.
Even in America, and they're all 6'4" tall. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They still want to play soccer, and I'm like, you guys are crazy. Go play. Basketball.
Yeah. They're tall. They're tall.
They're tall. They're like 6'2", 6'1". They're like really tall. They're super tall. My dad is super tall, so like they follow.
Do you think is in Africa is the majority like tall? Because Hispanic, we're small. We're short. So how's the African
Somalia
community?
Super tall.
Oh, okay.
The average male I would call would be 5'11", maybe. That's the average for guys. And females are like not shorter than maybe 5'5", I guess. I haven't met any person who's shorter than 5'5".
Oh really?
Yeah.
You haven't met my girlfriend? Have you met my girlfriend?
No, I'm not talking about here.
You're talking about over there. Yeah.
Oh, here I met a lot of short people. I'm like, I wish I was that short, but yeah.
Yeah. I know. I heard it.
Smart.
I heard it's like a thing. I heard it for girls. I don't know. I've never been a girl, obviously, but I heard it's a thing for girls that sometimes they get insecure when they're tall because I don't know exactly what it is, to be honest, but I heard that some girls get insecure when the taller they are.
Yeah, well, it's difficult when you're I guess when it comes to female and you want to wear heels, when you're too tall and you want to wear heels, like then you're not gonna be equal as your friends. If they're like 5'10", I mean not 5'10", like when you wear, I'm 5'6", and when I wear heels, which is like 4 inches, I'm technically already 5'9". So that's what you look at. And if she's short, if you have a friend who of yours is like 5'2" and she wears heels, then she's perfect. She feels like, okay, I'm perfect. But I mean, we all have insecure when it comes to places.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you like, if you were gonna get a boyfriend, right? Do you care if they're tall or short or anything like that?
It's really tough. I always say I don't discriminate when it comes to
The height?
the height, but I'm very picky.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I always go for. I mean, all my exes, they're all like same height as me. Never like,
shorter.
Never
Yeah,
shorter.
Yeah.
But I actually, all I care about is someone I respect, respect. You know, I care about. So I do prefer someone who's a little bit taller than me. And
I know, and it's weird because, sorry to interrupt you, but
no,
me, like, I would feel so insecure if I was dating a girl taller than me.
Taller than you.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think it's just
it goes both ways.
Yeah.
It's really difficult, and I think that's how I grew up, always looking for a guy who's taller than me, who's this, who's that. Then I say, you know what, I can't keep doing that. It's like accept the person who they are. And so.
And I realized that because I'm short.
Yeah.
I have to, like, I don't have the same. I'm not saying that like tall people can't be like funny or anything.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I have to find a different way to, like, for example, like talk to a woman or something like that. Like someone who's tall has a lot that confidence and they already have that advantage.
Maybe they're not that confident.
Yeah,
that's what you think they're confident with. I don't know. Confidence is a whole different thing. It's self-acceptance. Like you have to accept yourself and love yourself and all that. So whether you're tall or short person or whatever is going on, like that's where insecurity comes in. Like like I met people, I'm like, if I look at you, you look 100% perfect.
Yeah.
Like no, they like inside it's not perfect, and that's what matters the most.
That's true. I realized that the way because everybody gets insecure. So when I start to get insecure, I like to make fun of myself. I like to be the first person to make fun of myself. Yeah, that way nobody else can tell me anything that's gonna hurt me because I already say it.
I'm the opposite. Like if I'm not insecure, but I feel like I'm overweight or I'm wearing something that I'm not comfortable, I'd rather you tell me that so I can be like, okay, it wasn't just me. It's actually, it goes like I see another opinion. So I not care what other people think, but actually I take validation really good, so feedback, and I'm like, oh, thank you. Like honestly, I thought they were bad, bad shoes or bad dress or my makeup or something. It's like, so when someone else mentions, I'm like, now I can fix it.
Yeah, you don't get offended, like if someone were to tell you
No, like I'd rather you tell me than inside. Like I don't like having like thoughts in my head just circling, and I don't know what you think, and I don't like people just be like, oh, you look nice, and they're
just
like,
cause
no, tell me I look ugly.
Like
if I can fix it, I'm gonna fix it, and if I cannot fix it, then fuck you.
I'm
sorry.
no, that's
but,
right.
That's how it is to me. I'm like, no, like if you tell me, Amina, you're getting like you've been eating a lot, girl. They'll be like, you know what? Thank you. Like, I really need to hit the gym. Like I need that. Like the other person telling you like, hey, watch out. Like this is what's going on.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue to what a question something Emily told me that I found extremely fascinating and interesting. I just like you said right now. You said, guys, you'll probably see Emily in the background right now. Damn, what was that?
She came in. And
I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, because you said like for example, I know people that get offended when you tell them straight up something and they don't want to hear it. They're like, well, no, you shouldn't have told me. But you just said, you said like you want people to tell you. Do you think it's a cultural thing? Because like, do you think that's just something that people like here in America get? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, they get hurt when it comes to truth.
Yeah.
Over there, when I was growing up, I didn't have the choice. Like my mom, and I love her for that because I didn't hear the word I love you. I didn't hear the word you're beautiful. It's always that I hear the bad thing first and be like, hey, go change that dress or go do this first. Or even like your neighbor be like, what's going on with your hair today? Like, hey, like your skin or this, like when a good thing's happening, people don't talk about it over there. They don't tell you, oh, you look good. They don't say that. They tell you when bad things happen. And that's a boost. And you're like, okay, like to me is that when I walk on the neighbor and they don't tell me that I look a certain way, then that's plus. I'm like, you know what, I probably look good then. Like, and that's how it is to me. Is that I grew up that kind of culture. And when I came here, it was really difficult because I like to speak about certain things, and I will tell you like I will filter so I don't hurt your
Yeah,
feelings
yeah.
because that's what I learned here.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was not me. Like growing up.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that over there in Somalia.
No, you don't need to filter.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just speak up your mind and let them know that the other person, like, what's going on. Like, you know, here I see, like, sometimes I have something in my face and nobody is gonna come to you and be like, hey girl, you got something in your face. And I hate that thing. And I'm like, dude,
Really?
like, tell me. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
well, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. How are you gonna hurt me in my feelings if you tell me I got something on my
Yeah,
face,
yeah.
you know? And I guess here, I don't know, we make sure we don't hurt people, but I think that's what's hurting people because
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
not telling
on
the
the
truth the
long run,
most. So that's the thing.
I think that's so true. And it's funny you mentioned that because I just did that with my friend the other day. So if he's watching this, I'm sorry, man. But he took me. Well, he had a booger on his nose, and I didn't want to tell him, and I felt bad because I didn't. I'll be honest, I didn't tell him but I know I should have. I'm like, when me and him went our own way.
Yeah. I felt bad.
Yeah, I felt bad, and I kept thinking, I'm like, oh, I should have just told him.
I'm the type of person, if we sit in a subway or maybe some kind of public place and I never met you, I will go grab a tissue and like probably either help you to grab it or like be like, hey, you got something in your nose, or you know, like, do you need help? Like, no. I mean, it's more embarrassing when you know someone was just talking to you and they did not even mention.
Yeah, then
that hurts more.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just tell me, like, you know, what's going on. I will take care of it, you know.
Yeah, that's funny.
Speak your mind.
So that what I wanted to segue into was the fact that when I was talking a little bit, I keep mentioning Emily, but that's because again I'm so fascinated in everything that I'll ask her like, oh, you know something about you, and so correct her if she's wrong, but she was saying that when you came to America, there's certain things that like an African American thinks or something like here that you never like back in your home you never even thought about that, like you never like, you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I'm wording it right or am I confusing you?
I want to know like what it is, so that exactly what it is, so I want to like
I mean, like,
for example, what?
I guess I am beating around the bush. I'm being too broad. What I'm trying to say is like, for example, like let's say you, like, okay, with everything going on right now, it's crazy time.
Yeah,
so
crazy time.
If, like, when you came here, were you shocked that like certain African Americans thought a certain way that you never thought? I mean, I know I feel like I'm not asking it right.
The way I think you're going is that growing up in Somalia, like I said, we don't have a TV, stuff like that, and all we hear in news just like, you know, things that happen, maybe like who's becoming the next president of the United States or blah blah blah. When it comes to stuff like slavery, or it comes to like things that happen in certain countries like America, like, you know, how the system here, like, you know, or a lot of people are suffering because of that reason. When I was 17, if you tell me that America is a racist country, I probably would never come to here. If you tell me America slaved black people 100, I don't know, years ago, I would probably never come here. I came here and I felt like I was blind. I didn't know nothing.
Oh, okay.
Like, I came here, I started going to high school, and my friends who was Somalian, like, will pull me, like, everywhere and be like, okay, he's white. And I'm like, what makes a white person white? Like, because to me, I see two colors, black and white. So I would call Middle Eastern a white person.
Oh, okay.
A Mexican white person. What you call Indian white. They're not black. So I see two colors, and I see, like, in high school, I'm learning all this. Is like, you can't call him white, call him Middle Eastern. And I'm like, well, his skin's white, my skin's black. And also, like, I'm learning that certain people can't say the N-word, but I can say the N-word. And that it was the hell of the confusing thing ever in my life. I'm like, you know what, you tell me the N-word was a horrible thing. Like, why can't he say it and he cannot say it? And, like, because he's white, he's Middle Eastern, he can say it. Or he's black, he can say it. And I'm like, no, until this day, I'm really like, I don't...
It's still confusing?
It's hell of confusing. I prefer people never use it. And this is why it's really, like, tough, like... I don't know, like, the way to talk about this is that I don't feel comfortable using it, and when other people just, I joke around with it probably, and when it comes to songs or when it comes to music, I do really, like, you know, do sing the N-word, of course, But yeah, like those are things that I didn't know anything about when I was growing up in Africa, or the culture. The culture is so different.
So you had when you like in like that that's I find that like fascinating because it so you don't hear any of that stuff in Africa, like you don't nothing like that. So how about in
Africa is different. I'm talking about Somalia.
Oh, Somalia. Okay.
I don't know what Africa, the country of Africa, actually experienced. Like, dude, in 2000, was it 2010 when Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Like died? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was 2009.
It was 2009 or something, and my friends are like, "Oh, this singer died," and I'm like, "Who's that?"
Oh, you didn't even know who it was?
That's what I'm saying. Like those things that like people until today they think I know everything about Black community or Black history or Black singers or people like that, and I get it. Like Michael Jackson or Prince or Tupac, those were really big people in history, and I was like, yo, I don't know what you guys talking about. I don't know those people. And that's how I learned it. I'm like, oh, Michael Jackson. Now if somebody want to talk about it, I'm like, yeah, I know Michael Jackson. I know a few songs.
Yeah.
So those are things that the way I grew up, all I know is Somalian people. I didn't even know other color existed or other cultures. I know the second language in the whole country. The next country was Arabic because they speak Arabic. But that's the thing is I grew up, I feel like, in a hole. Like, I know not much about other countries.
Yeah, that's crazy. And how old were you? Did you say when you came here?
I came here when I was 17.
So you're 17.
I'm 26 now, so it's been...
So I bet you everything was overwhelming, like everything...
Overwhelming, 100%. When it comes to learning a whole brand new language, I didn't speak any English, so I had to learn that in high school.
Nothing? You didn't know anything?
Yeah, no.
Wow, and you're speaking it like amazing right now, so props.
I don't think so, but thank you. Like high school was my first school ever. Like I didn't go to any middle school, any other schools. Like first school I came to here, and they're like, you have to go to school, and I'm like, I'm 17.
Yeah.
Over there, when you're 17, you literally have 2 kids. You're settled, like you're married and all that. I said, Dad, I have to go to school, and they're like, yeah, you have to go to school. In America, you must go to high school when you're under the age. And I started going to high school over there in sophomore. So
where did you come first in America?
Maine.
Maine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How long were you there?
Probably 4 years. I graduated high school, then moved to a different state of Vermont. So
that's where you met Emily?
I mean, that's the state that we met, but I met her years later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I moved to the state of Vermont 2015, and I met her 2018, I think.
Oh, okay. So how long have you been here?
2 years.
2 years in California?
Yeah.
And how do you like it?
I love it.
Do you
I love it.
If you had to choose, do you like here like better than Maine, or do they each have their good things and their bad things?
Maine, the few things I would not like about it is the winter. I have a winter.
Is it cold?
Really cold because negative 20 over there. It's really cold. And the second thing is, and it's one thing I love about it, but also I don't like about it, is how small it is. You can go the whole city of like Portland, Maine. Like I don't know how big it is, but just in half hour you can go corner to corner.
Oh, really?
Like I feel like that's how small it is. Like you can go like, there's only one highway, so you take that highway and you already like the outside of
it could take you.
You're like,
everywhere.
okay, I'm done. Like I was outside, now I'm like you're like already in what you call Santa Ana, and now you're all the way in the valley. That's how it feels.
Oh yeah.
It's very small, very small. Yeah.
Oh well, and so you like the weather here?
I like the weather here, but I don't like how traffic and how crazy or expensive it is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like if you want to live this kind of life, you have to pay for it.
Yeah, I know. I think people, when they live here, they're paying for mainly the weather. Because
the opportunities. There's so much opportunity.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah, but what I mean is like in the winter, it doesn't get too cold. I mean, for us, like I'll be in the winter, I'm like, damn, freaking cold, and everybody's gonna be like,
kidding?
People who aren't from here.
I didn't even wear any sweater this whole winter.
Oh, really?
No, I was wearing my flip flops and like shorts, and I'm like, this is amazing, and it is amazing. So
in Somalia, does it get cold or no?
I think the lowest it gets is 70, I would say. At nighttime, maybe a little chill, but no.
Okay.
Like, it never gets cold, but it gets really hot. But it's not humid like sometimes here.
Yeah.
Some places it gets to.
Now, I know this is me being because I'm an idiot and me just being ignorant.
Don't say that.
No, it's look. It's because when I know I'm completely wrong. I know I am. It's just, but my natural first thought, like when I think of anything Africa,
Yeah.
because of TV and everything.
South Africa.
No. Oh no. I don't know. I think of like is it safari?
Safari. Yeah.
That's what my first thought. So, where you lived, was it like a city, or was it like that? Was it like a village, or was it?
I would say it could be both because we live a city. So you live, like say you live 5 miles away from Santa Ana downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Then you already live in the countryside.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. So you have the downtown, like 5 to 10 miles away, but in the other thing between it's just a country, which is people have animals. They have like I grew up like having camels, like or goats or like things like that. When I say things like this here, people laugh at me, and I'm like, you guys are like really like that's all I grew up, you know, like having those things. Like I will go outside and there's like 10 goats around, and I'm like take care of them. That would be my pet, you know. I would call my pet. I'm like okay, you know, I grew up with the animals, and. But it was I would say it would be village more likely, but same time people call it city because the city life is like miles away from you. Not that far, but it's like 10 miles away from you.
Is there like where you lived? Was there roads or streets?
Streets.
So with actual cement and stuff like that.
Oh wait.
Like roads are like dirt. I'm thinking of a dirt road. Dirt like nothing but dirt.
Yeah. I'm thinking street. It's dirt. We don't have any streets over there.
Oh, not even in the city.
City to city. Yeah. Even if you go into, let's say you go in here to Phoenix, there's no streets like that.
It's just dirt road.
Yeah.
That's how not a lot to that extent. Where my family's from Guatemala, so it's Central America, and
I know where that is.
my yeah, you probably know more geography than me. My grandma and my parents, they live like in a little village too. So I kind of get like a little idea of what it's like to live like in a village because I'll be there for like a couple months. And I obviously it's just I'm only there a few months. But I like the vibe. Like I like everyone knows everybody. Like my cousins walk like a couple roads down, like, hey, they know everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
And they're all like the kids. They're not my cousins. They're not on their phone. No. They're not playing this. I'll see them like playing cards. Like even the little kids. They're like, no. They're playing cards.
The kids are so smart. Like,
yeah.
Like kids like grew up in cities like. And the kids that grew up in village, I feel like I prefer the kids that grew up in village.
Yeah.
They're so smart.
Yeah.
They can be alone by themselves, like 5-year-old, and they can take care of themselves.
They'll figure things out. Yeah.
Figure out. They're so smart, and they know how to cross the street. Here, I'm learning like 13-year-old can't cross the street without being with someone else. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, when I was 7, I would travel 10 miles walk like to a village to a town to get a milk or something. Like I'm 7 years old. Like. My mom would be like, here, take the money, like, go get food.
And by yourself?
Grocery, by myself. And being a 7, that means you're literally, like, big person. Like, you can handle it. Like, and there's not a lot of crazy things over there, like kidnapping or problems.
There isn't?
No. We don't have those kind of problems. Like, the only thing they have is a civil war, like, killing each other. And that's in the big cities, so it's, like, nothing to do with where I grew up. I mean, you do have those people who want to, like, kill each other.
Yeah.
Like, gun owners, stuff like that.
Is it like gangs or no?
We have 0. We don't even have alcohol here. We don't have drugs. We don't have those things.
No.
I mean, I'm not talking about the whole country.
Yeah, you're just talking about Somalia.
Like, we don't have that. I didn't grow up any of those. I've never seen any of those.
Wow.
First time I seen alcohol or seen drugs was probably the country of Uganda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kampala. So yeah.
Is Uganda?
Uganda, yeah.
Is that the one where they made? No, that's Rwanda. Never mind.
Rwanda, yeah. There's Rwanda. There's Uganda.
I thought it was the movie. Have you seen the movie, the Hotel Rwanda?
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I saw the commercials.
Oh, I thought that's where it was, but no, I'm mistaken.
Someone was watching and I actually didn't see it.
So if I went to Somalia, me, like tomorrow, I took a plane and I went, I'd be fine. Like, you don't think?
They love outsiders. They love people that different skin colors and who doesn't speak their English. I mean Somali. So if the moment you speak different language, they will adore you. They're like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's because the whole country doesn't have like they're not associated with other countries at all. Like everything they eat comes from the ground. They have their animals. I mean, I'm not talking about medicine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The food and everything they have homemade. Like they make their own thing. So there's not anybody. You're not gonna see any other color. All you can see is Somalian, pure Somalian. Not even other black or other Africans. All you see is Somalian, pure Somalian. So anytime that a Kenyan person or from Uganda goes there and they see the accent or maybe they see different language, they just like everybody will be so crowded and like want to be your friend.
Oh wow, even if it's from like Uganda, like
country,
you said?
No, it's just pure Somalian people.
Yeah.
In
Oh
Somalia.
wow.
So I never seen anybody besides Somalia.
You know, I have to keep telling myself this because when I think of like Africa, I just think of as a whole. But you keep reminding me that Somalia is just one. It's like Santa Ana versus it's completely different than Texas. You get me? So I keep putting Africa as one thing, but I have to remember that one place like Somalia is completely different than.
Don't you have one city in Mexico? There is like just Mexican, pure Mexican. But you guys don't have that.
Well, I'm not from Mexico, so I don't know. I don't,
you wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is like people when they talk like you said the whole country of Africa it's not a whole. To me it's like Mexico, like Canada, like
that's different.
Like,
because Africa's the continent. I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting that. I keep thinking that Africa's the country. I keep thinking that it's. I keep thinking it's a country. No, it's a continent.
I wish we can call 54 countries.
One
country. I mean, it would be amazing.
It's like calling. It's like calling the United States, Mexico, and Canada too, right?
All two.
So so I gotta stop being okay. So
it's fine.
Is Somalia? Is that like a state? You get what I'm trying to say?
Somalia is a country.
Oh, it's its own country. So it's like United States is its own country.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's a country, and they have like almost like 32 states, I think.
Okay. Within
Somalia.
In Somalia. Okay. Oh, okay. Now, okay. I'm getting it.
It's like Canada. Like if you ask me tonight, it's a Canada state, and I'm like, I mean, no.
No, it's a country. So. Yeah. Okay. So Somalia's its own. Oh, okay. I get it now.
Yeah. I haven't counted, but I think they have like over 32 countries. I mean states. But also we have Somaliland that wants to be alone right now. Like there's a Somalia, and there's like one city, and I mean this one state that want to be alone, and they call themselves Somaliland, and they've been peace since I think 1992. They've been peace, and because they have their own flag, they have their own. They speak they're Somalian. They speak the same language. They eat same thing. We're like a couple miles away, like each other when it comes to the border. But at the same time, they want to be alone. They're like, we want our own flag. We want our own. We want to be our own country. But there's that's also that we don't count as a country as a state, but they call themselves as Somaliland, so that's a whole different. So someone who knows Somalian, they'll be like, "Are you Somali or are you Somaliland?" Like, we're the same thing, but okay, you know. So yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like I don't know if you've heard of this, but like in Spain, there's a Barcelona, and there's Catalonia. Which is Barcelona, but they're trying. They want to cut themselves, and they have their own flag. And stuff like, and their own language and stuff like that.
Language. Somaliland too, they have their own accent. They create that. They have. I mean, they're peace. I'm proud of them. That you know, you can go there. They have the most beautiful hotels in Somalia. When it comes to whole Somalia, the roads are built. They have bridges. They have like life that you'd be like, I want to live there. But they don't want you. They're like, you gotta pick one.
Oh really?
I'm like, I can't pick one. And plus, I have to. The tribe is also a big thing over there. Like, my tribe is still like a huge problem. I guess I don't know.
Can I fly directly to Somalia?
Yeah.
There's
a lot of airports.
They have okay. Yeah. And so going back to like if I went there, you said as soon as I speak a different language, they'll love it. So what do you think? Is it easy for someone like me to get away, like
get around?
Get around, yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
So easy. Like I say, when we get visitors, people like. Turkish people mostly go visit over there because they bring in like medicine or there's a lot of what you call I don't know what it is, like they bring food, shelter, stuff like that, and anytime they will tell you, oh my god, Somalian people are amazing, they take me to this, they take me to that, they give you your own your own place, like they will welcome you like you're one of their sons, and I'm like, Like, I don't get that kind of treatment. But because you're like they see you like I see you every day. But when you're different, they're like you're different. So of course like they will show you the love and everything.
And you don't think it's for like for the money? You get what I'm trying to say?
No.
You get because you know how I don't know if tourists if they go to Somalia, do they take tips?
No, we don't have those things.
No, you guys don't have that.
No.
I know. I did hear that. I did hear that a tip thing is kind of an American thing.
It's just in America.
Yeah. Because
I mean, it's a good thing. Like, it was a problem for me when I would go to like places and people are like, well, you have to tip them. I'm like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
So kind of like I have to pay some kind of additional, and they're like, no, this is just a courtesy. You just tip them. I'm like, it's the whole thing. Like, at the same time, right now I work at John Wayne, as you know, that, and you get a passenger, and majority will tip you. And some people don't even know what the tipping is, so they won't tip you. So that's how. It's not because they don't want to. It's because their culture or whatever. Like they don't have those things, you know. Like,
have you changed in the way that like, let's say tomorrow you're at work and someone doesn't tip you. Do you get this little, at least a little bit, like damn, like get it like a little mad that they didn't tip you or no?
It depends. To me, if I did a lot of work. Because first time I started working for Sierra, and Emily and other people can probably testify for this. They would tip me. I would be like, no, keep it. I will literally walk away from the money. And sometimes they like, forget to tip you, and they see, and they're like, here, I forgot to tip you. I'm like, no, I wouldn't. I feel like you paying me for what I just did for you.
Yeah,
it's kind of like I helped you, and you tipping me. Like if you're disabled and I help you, and you're giving me money, I will feel like heartbroken.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that kind of change. I'd be like, people are like, I mean, I just take the money. And, you know, like, it's really, you know, they just appreciate it.
Yeah, they're just showing.
But now I'm like, I got used to that, and it's a really horrible thing. To me, it's a horrible, like,
what, tipping?
Take a tip from certain people, like, when you see someone who's blind. Like, I really don't take tips from them. I'm like, no, like, I can't take. When you're blind, I'm guiding you, dude, I should never, you know? But sometimes when you make me do a lot of work and you're being like spoiled brat, then I'll be like, you better tip me. So it goes both ways. It definitely goes both ways.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Damn, that's funny. Yeah, and like I said, like just like you said, and I feel like it is an American thing, the whole tipping thing, because I've seen videos of like people in Europe or even like Asia where tipping can almost be offensive sometimes.
It is. It's like what they call briding, I guess, the person. I don't know if that's the word, but that's how it is. To me, is that the only person I ever tipped to will be my mom when I was a little kid. So she'd be like, hey, give me a massage. I will give you $1.
Oh,
so, like,
okay,
you know, like mom thing. You know, that was the only person. Oh, another thing we have is, it's not a work related, it's a holiday related. So we have this thing called Eid. So it's like first it's Ramadan, so you fast. I don't know if you heard about it. Like you fast the whole 30 days. And when you end it, you break it with holidays like Christmas, big holiday. And that is instead of buying the person a gift, only people that get gift is the kids, young people. So me, I'll be like, my uncle will be like, here, like $20, go buy yourself something. That's like Christmas kind of thing. Gift. So that would be the only time I would ever expect money from someone to be like, oh, like today's a holiday, I might get some money, you know. Like,
what's the holiday called? Eid?
Eid? It's an E-I-D. So
Eid. And when is it?
It just passed. It was I think it was late May. I think it was May 24. It just happened.
And what are you celebrating? Like what's the celebration for?
It's like Christmas. It's kind of like you fasted as an adult person. When you have to fast, I think when you're 15, and when you get your period. Yeah, your period. Fast. And
fast as in not eat.
No eating until sunset. So you fast from sunrise to sunset.
Oh, okay.
So then you can eat whatever you want until the sun comes out next day. So yeah, then that's when you end. That is a whole big celebration. It's kind of like celebration. It's really nothing about believing God or what you call. You just I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just
is it so
a lot of food and a lot of celebration and stuff like that.
Would you consider it kind of like, so you're saying a young lady does this when they get their period? Yeah. When they first get it? So
you could be 13 and you do it.
Oh, okay. So it could it be like a celebration for like like turning into a woman? No.
Mm-mm.
Like no.
No, it's just for the religion. Like,
Oh, okay.
you must do it when you get your period because
Oh,
that makes
okay.
you definitely makes you adult.
Yeah.
It's not even like age thing in America. When you're 18 is you're an adult.
Yeah.
You know that. It's that. I don't know when can you tell a man is an adult over there. There's this thing, and the thing is called when you feel like you want to date someone. That tells you, like
you're becoming a young man.
You're becoming a man. So now you're an adult. Pretty much.
Do you in Somalia, do they have rituals for that or no? Because I've seen like on TV, like some tribes or something like that, they'll have like a ritual to show like
appreciation.
No, not appreciate, but like if you do, like a young boy needs to do this to become a man.
They don't have that.
No.
I don't know. It's hard because my brother, I don't know. Like to me, I call him my little brother. He's 20, and my mom, she's like, he's a growing man, and sometimes she call him his little baby because he was the youngest one for our family. So, but it's hard. A female, I know it because I'm like, you're a woman because you get your period.
Yeah.
And a man is difficult, but no, they don't do any celebration, and especially they're actually against any celebration, even like birthday celebration. The first time I ever celebrate my birthday was probably in America.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, it's kind of like you have to believe there's a God. You can't believe holidays.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, like, I can't, like, right now I do celebrate whatever, like, holidays when it comes to, like, Thanksgiving, Christmas, like, birthdays, or, like, any kind of holiday. I feel like, New Year's, like, I just want to celebrate. It's the fun of it. But over there, people, like, that's against the religion, like, huge against it.
So, on your birthday, you wouldn't do anything? It was just a normal day?
They don't even remember.
Oh, wow, really?
No, they don't even, like, your mom be like, I think you were born some,
oh,
like, Mom,
yeah.
like, well, you have to show me the paperwork.
Yeah.
I didn't care until we came to Uganda, and they're like, okay, we need this kid's birthday, or this kid's birthday, and one day it was, like, I guess it fell into my birthday, and we're in this, some kind of, like, I don't want to say immigration, but it was some kind of like that, and they're like, happy birthday, and I'm like, that was the first time I ever heard. I was like, what? They're like, it's your birthday today.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does that even mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm wondering what that means. And they're like, oh, today's the day that you were born. It's celebration. And I'm like, and my mom, she's like, this is a Christian guy. Like, what is he talking about? And I'm like, okay, Mom. But yeah.
I know, when you're here, if you forget Emily's birthday, dang.
She will kill me.
Yeah, here it's like a big thing. You can't forget anybody's birthday. That's why I have a Facebook. The only reason I have Facebook is to remember people's birthdays.
I just deleted my Facebook recently.
Why? Just because?
It's just too much. It's like, people are like, you don't talk to me on Facebook, you don't do this, you don't like my pictures, you don't comment. I'm like, dude, I have that for Instagram. I don't do that for Facebook.
And that's funny. I just deleted my Instagram because it was too much for me where I didn't like that Instagram was making me feel bad about my life.
Okay.
You get me? Me naturally.
Like pictures and stuff like that.
I started thinking like other people have a better life than me.
Yeah.
Oh, this person's on a boat, then he must have a better life than me. I didn't like that, and it was just, I was like, what I have in my life right now is perfect. I shouldn't look at other people's pictures and be like, oh, I wish I had their life, blah blah. So I deleted it completely. And if I'm being completely honest, that was not the only reason I did it. The other reason was because I was getting this bad, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, but I was getting this bad idea. I mean, I don't know if you know, but I have a girlfriend. I've had a girlfriend for like the longest time. And I have a daughter. I just got a daughter like a year ago or so. And oh wait, you do know this. I don't know why am I saying you didn't. Yeah. You've even met her. Yeah. The first thing you told her was like, "Oh, hey, who's this? I've never seen a black girl. I've never seen like." She's wondering why I'm not. Why I'm different. Over there. Yeah. I remember that night. Yeah. But I remember I was getting to me. It's natural. I say it all the time. I know my girlfriend's gonna disagree with me, but it's natural for a man to see another attractive woman, or even I don't know, for even a girl too. You know, if you see attractive man, it's just natural.
It is natural.
It's what we're here on the earth. You know, like it's natural. You get what I'm saying?
As long as you're not wondering, you know, like, and not following and like DMing that person.
Yeah.
Like,
but that was the problem in a way, because I'm not gonna lie, I got in trouble with my girlfriend one time because I was flirting with the girl, and I accepted my mistake. And I took full responsibility as a man. I manned up and I'm like, you know what? I apologize. It's my mistake, blah, blah. But the fact that you see so many of this stuff on social media, on Instagram, it was hard for me to be like, you know, as
Loyal,
a man,
I know.
not loyal, not the loyal. I'm just talking about just even like, I didn't want to like, I have the best girlfriend I can ever ask for,
And
but
best baby mama.
yeah, she does everything, and sometimes I would forget that just because I'm on social media, you know, and then you see like girls on there all the time, you know, and not normal. You see them in a bikini all the time, always showing their ass, always doing this. And me as a guy, any guy, I don't care how loyal you are, you're gonna want to see it, you know. You're gonna just look, you know.
Definitely.
And I didn't.
Do you know you can filter? You can just unfollow who you don't want to see.
Yeah. But that was my mistake because I had the Instagram since I was in like high school.
Definitely. Yeah.
So I've had it. I just built it up to that. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I have the best girlfriend in the world. I don't need this kind of stuff making me think otherwise. So I deleted it and then I made a new one just for my podcast. Yeah, just for my podcast stuff. And because I'm a big soccer fan, so I would get a lot of my news from Instagram.
Definitely.
Like
Instagram is the new.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, the best way to go to find a new stuff or
because I'm not
what's
gonna
going on in the world. You know, is, you know, when it comes to news or soccer or music, like the best way of fashion.
Yeah.
Or you know, even I go to Instagram to teach myself some kind of new things. Like okay, like can I dress up better? Like I don't even look those pictures. I see girls looking better than me, and the good thing is that, yes, you do look better than me. You photoshopped to a filter, it doesn't matter. I'm proud of you, you know.
Yeah.
At the same time, I have a friend of mine always telling, I mean, I take pictures and post it like you're gorgeous, you look like a model, and at the same time it looks like, you know, I'm an average woman and I'm a human being, and, you know, and I'm happy the way I am. At the same time, I get like not insecure but wondering like if I do this and if I do that, and that's what social media does that to you, you know, like wondering if you can better yourself. But the thing is, the good thing I learned is that, you know what, I'm not gonna focus on what other person is doing, whether she got her face done or any other things she get it done, good for her, like proud of that person. And if I want to and I can, but I'm gonna focus on the good things about Instagram. It's like it became a new shopping way for me. I can look it up. I'm like, okay, like filter. I'm like, I want to see this, like this or that, you know. And same way to support your friends when they're having, like when it comes to business at the same time. You know? And one reason I feel like I literally have Instagram right now is because of my career. I don't know if you heard. I'm trying. Not. She's gonna kill me. I want it. Okay. I'm trying to be an actress, and you know, like go to school for it and all that, and like study and do acting and all that. And I feel like that's the only reason I have social media right now. It's because I get like I submit myself and my headshots, and they're like, "Do you have Instagram? Are you a YouTuber?" And I'm like, "Are you guys kidding me? You see my phone, and you see my full name, and you see my photo, like, you know, like."
Hey, you can walk, Rick. I don't know what you're doing.
So it's like that's the. Nice job. So it's like, you know, like it came to right now, social media is all about the business, you know. It's not anymore about you want to see what other girls look like or other guy, and I feel like it's hard to find a guy like you who just appreciate a relationship he has with his you know, like girlfriend, and be like, you know what, for her and because of me, I'm just gonna delete Instagram just to focus on your relationship. So I'm really proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because you know, and after I did it, after like the first week, I missed it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
you want to scroll?
Yeah, because I go on it every day. I would go on it like 20 times a day, but then I realized I like this. I'm not on my phone when I'm at home.
Yeah.
I put my phone aside. It never dies on me anymore because I'm always like with my daughter or something like that with the important stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely.
But I didn't know that you wanted to be an actress.
That was. I mean, I love California. I don't like the fact that it's so expensive and the traffic is crazy. But the only reason I moved here was to go to school. Actually, it's called New York Film Academy, and I went there, took an orientation. I was ready to go do the whole thing, then they're like, no, you can't have a full-time job. You pretty much have to focus on being a student because you have to be there from 5 a.m. until 8 p.m. It doesn't matter. And I'm like, well, how am I going to support myself? You know, I don't live with mom and dad.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm not going to the school. And I recently find out I know the school. But yeah, that's the only reason I'm suffering.
Hey, you can go, Rick. You're fine. And I don't know if you know this, but I was going to school for acting. I was going actually not too far from here, like 15 minutes away from here. I even forgot what it's called. It was called the Orange County School of Arts of Acting, something like that. I forgot what it's called. But I went there for a year because I wanted to be an actor, and I took it wasn't like an actual, it was just there were private classes for acting, and I love it. I love everything about it. And I almost wanted to make a YouTube channel where I made little short films.
That would be amazing.
Because I would have ideas like, oh, this and that. But I never got to do it because I started thinking, well, I have YouTube. It's a platform where I don't need to wait for an agent for me
to call you.
I can just start making my own stuff, you know?
Videos, yeah.
Yeah, I can make my own videos, and nowadays people get big like that, you know?
Yeah, honestly, like when you asked me to come here to do this, I was freaking out. And I say, how could I just freak out about this and not freak out if I want to be an actress?
Yeah.
And go do auditions in front of like 10 people at least or something like, or also I want to start my own YouTube. I say, this is like a good platform that I can just start right now.
Yeah.
Be comfortable in front of the camera, talking to another person. And sometimes I feel like I'm comfortable, but it depends on the person I am.
Yeah.
So like, sometimes I'm speechless. I don't talk. I'm like, awkward. And Emily's like, girl, like, how are you gonna do this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're right. How am I gonna do this? You know, I want to be an actress, but this is not the way. And I've been trying to take classes to improve myself, and I end up taking few classes, but it's always been like people, I feel like they want to make money from you, and you're not learning much. I haven't heard the school that you're talking about, but I did went to a couple studio in Bristol, and was it Bristol or somewhere Fairview? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, and I'm like, I'm not learning. Like they're not teaching anything. They just read a book and they're like, okay, what is acting? Can you even go to school for acting? Sometimes I ask myself.
Yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Do
you remember the name of this place that you're going to?
I think one's called All American blah blah. I'm not sure. It's called Acting and Modeling All American, something like that.
Oh no.
Another one is called Acting Studio something, and they both.
I think I went to that one because right now when you said Fairview, the one I went to was on Fairview. Fairview or Harbor, one of those two.
I think it's a Harbor. I'm not, or is it? I'm not sure. It's somewhere in Sunflower and like Fairview.
Yeah.
Area.
Yeah. And and they made me read a book. Yeah. Just like you're saying.
Is it something Sonia?
Sonia Cook.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And
that's the author.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Did you go there or no?
I did. I actually took.
Oh wow.
A month or something. I took a whole semester, I feel like.
And that's when you said it wasn't for you.
I wasn't learning anything. All I do is read this book or do little like activities, and I was like, it's good. And I end up, okay, this is what turns me off. I mean, maybe that's really not a good word.
Yeah, and I was about to say sexually or what?
Is that when I find myself and I'm like, I'm gonna go to studio and learn something, and I find, I'm sorry, but I find 70 years old sitting next to me, and he or she. They have a farm life. I'm like, why are you guys even here? I feel like because of you, I feel like this is not the right for me because they're like, oh, I just want to learn acting.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I met a lot of people way older than me. They're like in their 60s, 70s, and I'm like, I'm the only youngest one. I say, I think I'm in the wrong field right now. I need to get out of this. And of course, I did pay like out of my pocket.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt me, but still, I feel like. When am I gonna find the real studio? Actual people that teaching you something, you know. So,
I agree with you. How you said, is there really a way to learn acting? You get what I'm saying? Or do they just want to take your money?
Yeah.
I feel like I think you could learn some things, some techniques and stuff like that. Because I did learn a couple of things going over there that I never, ever thought like. Without them telling me. But I get what you're saying. Experience can probably be the best thing, and just
I like hands-on, like whatever. If you're gonna teach me something, like I need to do like the whole thing, like, acting or speaking or maybe doing some kind of scene. Like I want that, like the whole thing. Like we just sat there and like 3 hours, and I'm like just listening to this guy talk, and like words and quotes. Like he just keep quoting, and I'm like, you know what? If I want to quote, I can literally read this book for myself. Why am I paying you? You know? So I mean. But right now, I found this school called Los Angeles Film Study. I'm not sure. And they're really nice. And I want to study film production. And they teach you the whole thing. And not acting, but I just want to get a degree on it. And I was like really looking forward to it. I mean, I am looking forward to it. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's extremely awesome, and it's something creative, and anybody who seeks something creative I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I just don't see myself working 9 to 5. That's the thing.
I know. I know it sucks. But yeah. All right, we're already an hour in. Can you believe we talked for an hour? It's crazy how it kind of goes by like that.
It did really.
That's why when it's because I was gonna have you last week, remember?
Yeah.
And then Emily's like, I was like, just come. It'll take you like 20-30 minutes. Don't even worry. And I knew it seems like a lot, but then once you start talking, you want to know more. So I was like, I don't want her to be rushed. I don't want to be rushed either.
No, that's the thing. If you're rushing me, I'm going to sweat and I'm going to get stressed and overthink it and all that stuff. So it was good that we did without thinking about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're an hour in, and I don't, people's attention span isn't a lot. So I try not to make my videos more than an hour and a couple minutes. And even then, I'll split it. So I'm probably going to split this video just so it's...
2 clips.
Yeah, because people, when they see an hour, they're like, oh, fuck, an hour.
You know what? I don't even have your YouTube. I don't even...
I'll give it to you.
That's a really bad thing.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, I'll give it to you. And you can watch some of my past videos. I'm going to release... Like I said, I talked with Rick and Emily last week. So I'm going to release that one later this week. So you can even watch that one. I'll give it to you after, and then other than that, you'll just see how stupid I am when I'm in my other videos.
I will. You know, I was gonna ask you. You know what? I want to be a YouTuber, and I have no clue what to start. I was like, I need to see someone else doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hold on, one last thing before we end. Since you're speaking about being a YouTuber, do you have an idea of what you want to do on YouTube?
Oh, well, I want to be better when it comes to camera, like talking, and like also like I find myself having an accent, and of course I do have an accent, and I'm happy about it, and like I'm proud of it, but I speak fast, so sometimes you're like wait.
Yeah. Go back.
What did you just say?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like I want to like better myself when it comes to public speaking, and be comfortable with the camera. But right now I just want to like talk about food, lifestyle, anything. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm not doing podcast, but that would be really nice. But right now I just want to do everything. I was gonna do with Emily, but she's really busy, so I was like, girl, I can't wait for you. Forever.
She's not. Trust me. She's always here bothering me and Rick.
Yeah. She's just
all right, guys. Well, we're an hour in. This was a great conversation with the lovely Amina, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's pretty much it. Is there anything else you want to say?
Well, thank you so much for inviting me.
No problem. Thank you for being on here, and
it was amazing.
I learned a lot. See, this is why I like doing this, because I'm so curious.
Yeah.
Nosy. Some people say nosy, like Emily would probably say, but I'm so curious about the way people live and what they think that's why I do this. This is my main purpose.
Don't ever overthink it. Just ask.
Yeah. And I was the reason I was telling Emily, I was like, there's more people that are curious like me. So that's why I upload it, because someone watching this is gonna learn something like, I did not know that about Somalia. You know, I never knew this. So that's why I upload it, because I know there's people out there who also think like me and have questions. So you answered a bunch of questions right now that I totally have, and I still have a million more. So
well, thank you.
I'll have you on a podcast later in the future again.
That's fine. So. Yeah, anytime. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. That's pretty much it.